Hey guys, I wanted to do a review on my top favorite eyeliners. Now these colors will only include browns, a couple of greenish tones, green metallic perhaps, and grays, but no blacks, because then this video would just go on and on. So here are my favorite brown liners. And I also wanted to speak about the Bare Minerals liner shadows, which I have 4 colors of. So basically, left I like the best and right I like the least. So let me get started because there's a lot of things to talk about. This is from the company Nuba, which is a high-end brand. All their liners come with this cushion, so it lays really nice in the hand. All their pencils only have numbers, which I don't like. My 2 favorite of this line, this is the 333. I'm probably going to be covered with swatches from head to toe once I finish this. And I don't know how well this will show up, but I still want to swatch them for you. So the 333 does have some glitter in it, which is very nice, I think, especially for the evening. This is the color 2628. Now here we already have like a greenish tone, as you can see. This one has no glitter. It is a bit iridescent, but no glitter chunks in it. Next favorite are the Sue Devitt pencils. This is in the color Kalahari, which is a gray, and this is completely matte. It does have a bit of a blue undertone to it. This is a new one that I got. My friend Liz brought my attention to this one. This is in the color Surat, and this one is extremely shiny. It's sort of a mauvey, I guess pinkish, burnt pink, mauvey or something. It's really hard to explain. Quite similar to that one is a Dior one. This one I've showed before. This is Bronze Divine. The next one is by Terry. This one was a gift from my friend Coco. This is Deep Bronze. This one I showed in my vacation video. I wore this in the ocean. It stayed on. It's waterproof also. It's a nice matte color. And it's really a quite interesting color. It's sort of a grayish, bronzy color. 24/7 liners from Urban Decay. This is in Underground. Now these, compared to all the other ones, are extremely creamy. Don't smudge, they stay on. They're nice to work with. This is in the color Bourbon. It's a bit darker than the Underground. And I'm so glad I have these. I use these a lot. And this one is actually a shadow pencil, but I use this for eyelining. This is in Rehab. And it's pretty similar to Underground, but still different. Okay, this is also a new one. This was a gift from my friend Carrie. This is from Lise Wattier, the Eyeshine Smoky Brown. Also extremely creamy. You just swipe over lightly and it's just extremely pigmented and such a nice color, and I love the shine that it has to it. Okay, this one is by Elizabeth Arden. I do love Arden pencils. I'm not going to mention how old this is, but you're probably going to think I'm crazy, but this is... I've had this, well, really long. I don't even think they make this color anymore. Back then I bought like a backup of this. This is in French Fawn. And it's also one of them colors. Stila liners, another one of them creamy liners, which you just touch barely and they just go on like butter. These are, I mean, you can call these butter pencils because they're truly like butter. This is in the color Tiger's Eye. This is Topaz, which is good for the tear duct. Also extremely creamy. I think all their liners are like this. Then we have one of my top favorites also. This is by NYX in French Fries. I love lining with this. Doesn't smudge, it stays on. Nice bronzy color. Cargo, this is in khaki, which is a nice dark gray with a green undertone to it. The green actually shows better on the camera than it does in real life. This is also waterproof, long lasting. This is by Annabelle, the smooth liner. This was also a gift from my friend Coco. Now this is a nice silver, sort of a gunmetal color with a blue undertone to it. Okay, speaking of blue, I have to pause here. To my opinion, not one lady should ever own a blue eyeliner. I mean, hello Dynasty, hello Falcon Crest, back to the 80s. There's no reason anyone should own a blue eyeliner. If you want to wear a blue line, either use a blue eyeshadow or even get yourself one of these. These actually come in 45 different colors and all sorts of blues, whatever. But what I'm trying to say, blue eyeliners, they're just too harsh. They're either too bright, too harsh, and it just looks too 80s. A nice navy blue like this, and you can just always use a shadow like this. And it will not look harsh. And if you have to use a blue, I always say, no matter what eye color you have, always get a blue with some type of undertone in it. Either a silver, a gray, or whatever. But a true or even a navy blue is okay, but any like bright blues, it just looks ridiculous. But that's just my opinion. This happens to be the blue from the Hourglass Volume 6 palette. I'll be showing this palette in another video. Same goes for lavender. I have the same opinion. No lavender eye pencils. It's always best to get like perhaps a color like this or a bluish lavender like this. It's just more flattering, I think. This happens to be the palette from Inglot. Blue with some type of undertone would be a color like this. It's sort of a grayish blue. So that was just my opinion on blue, lavender, or purple eyeliners. So I'll just continue. Givenchy, I do like this color. These eyeliners are very expensive, and I think for what you get here, this is how long it is. Or to not to have a smudger on it for this price, but it's still a nice color. This number 6. And Givenchy is another one of them companies worldwide. In Asia they have different colors, in the States they have different colors, and in Europe they have different colors. So this is a reddish purple color actually, which can only be used for top lining if you're doing a smoky eye in lavender or reddish browns, because if you bottom line with this, you're gonna look like you're going out to a Halloween party. But it's still an interesting color. Tammy actually brought my attention to the Givenchy liners because she showed a nice reddish brown, which is not available in Europe. And then we have the Revlon Grow Luscious Lash Liner, also extremely creamy. Okay, I keep missing the camera. This is in the color Espresso, also has some sheen to it. Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place. This one disappoints me. This is in the color 03 Bronze. This one tugs on the lashes, it kind of crumbles, it smudges. It does stay on, but I wouldn't consider it one of my favorite liners, and I'm just disappointed in Estee Lauder with the quality of this liner. Aqua Eyes Makeup Forever. I know a lot of people love these. I don't really like them. They also tug on the eyes, and if you have sensitive eyes, I don't know, it's just not a liner I would repurchase. It is waterproof. This is in the color 2L. Le Stilo Waterproof from Lancome. This does have a smudger on it. It's one of these retractable ones. This one is okay. I'm not too fond of retractable liners. And it's rather dry. It also tugs on the lashes a lot. It's also a liner I would never get again. Clinique is okay. I wanted these are actually the only two liners I own from Clinique because I like the two colors. This is in Brown Sugar. And as you can see, once I go on, you see all the leaving. It just starts crumbling and has all this yucky thing on it. So that's why I only have two of these. I do like the color, but I hardly use this one. This is in the color Egyptian 103. Same thing. If you keep running this liner over your hand, you'll see that it's not the best quality, but it's also a nice gunmetal bluish gray color. MAC Teddy. I've mentioned this one before. I know a lot of people love this liner. I hate it. I don't like the consistency of this. Lowered it up. Look at the tip of this. I mean, look at this liner. I mean, that's crappy. Come on, that's
sort of nasty. I end up sharpening this a lot, and it's just, I don't, you see all the yuck.
All the gunk is inside the cap here, and yeah, hate it. Then we have Beautiful Brown. This one is not that soft, but still also not the best quality, but I do like the color of this. And as you can see again, sort of like it melts on the skin or something. It's just awful quality of liners. The chromographic pencils NC15 and W20. Same thing, these are too drying. If you put this on the waterline, it gets, you have like all these crumbles in your hair, in your hairline, in your lash line. I don't like these. And there is I Get No Kick. This is a regular kohl. Also, I don't like the consistency, the quality of this liner. See, and I have all this junk on me now. NW25 NC30 chromographic. I don't really need to draw this one because it's the same thing actually. It's just a sort of a yellow liner. It's way too yellow, I think, for the waterline. But my opinion, I have heard some people like these. I don't. Okay, so that covers my top favorite pencils, mainly in browns, grays. I have like 50 million more eyeliners, but these are my top favorite ones. I do a lot of lining with shadows. My top favorite shadows that I like lining with, of course, then in wet. Whenever wanting sort of a lavender look, this is Play on Plums. This was from the jeans collection. I showed this already earlier. This is called Stovepipe Black. This is a really interesting color. Smoked Ruby, which is really interesting for lining. And this one I used to death. This is Bourgeois. This was a gift from my friend Diane. This is extremely pigmented. It says it lasts for 16 hours, and I'm in love with this color. And for lining, it just looks amazing. So this is what it would look like as a shadow, and this is what it looks like for lining. So big difference, and you can see you can do a lot with this. Same goes for these colors. I'm not going to swatch these now. The reason I added these was because these are like my top shadows I like using for lining. That brings me to the Bare Minerals lining shadows, or liner shadows. The only thing I have about these is that it's messy. There's no way around it. It's a messy thing to deal with. Even when unscrewing, some of the product gets like right in here and it just falls all over the place. Nevertheless, still nice colors. They won't smudge, they won't run, they won't fade, they stay on all day. You can just apply them with water, and that it comes in 45 shades alone, that makes it really outstanding, because you can get any color that you want. I may get more colors of these, I'm not sure. I'm still testing them. I've had them before, the liner shadows, but it's just, like I said, it's a messy thing. Even here, getting some product into the lid, it's just all over the place. You have problems doing a smoky eye. This is the product you will need to use. You can actually apply these dry. Just get some in the lid. Work with them as an eyeshadow. Like I said, no smudging. They go on extremely smooth. This happens to be in the color Yoga. This is the color Hottie. This is sort of a goldish color. Golden beige, I would say. And lots of sparkle in it. So once you wet this one, it's almost like a pure gold. The next one is Incense. I just love the velvety feeling of these. And this is also gunmetal, silvery, bit of a bluish undertone to it. And when lining with it, it's sort of a true silver. And the last one is Root. This is actually my favorite one. This also has some glitter in it, and I love how the glitter looks when you apply it wet. And I'm not much of a fan of products that have glitter chunks in it, but for lining, I think it always looks nice around the eyes. You line with this, it's a real nice muddy gray. And as you can see, once it's wet, you don't really see much of the glitter. And yeah, there's these 45 different colors would come in a pressed form. They brought out these new palettes now, pressed shadows. This is another palette I will show later. Also really smooth, nice texture on these shadows. If you don't have much experience doing smoky eyes, a product like this would be to do a smoky eye with. And if you have a lot of product in the lid, only use like some of the outside of it. You can always build up. And you start out with the smallest brush, start lining with it, either with a flat one like this, and you gradually just working outwards, smoking everything out. And of course, this is an extremely bad example on the hand, but it works, and you'll see it'll be much easier blending out the color using something like this instead of using a cream product or regular pencils to be doing a smoky eye with. So I really like using these for doing a smoky look. This is probably the messiest video I have ever made, but it's okay. I hope this was some help if you want to choose a brown liner that has some good quality to it. And I want to say thank you for watching. See you guys soon. Bye.